Welcome to Megamind. I am David.
And I am Monica.
A quick reminder, please give us a like, hit the bell, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching and supporting us.
Section, Why We Are Here Today.
Monica, today we are tackling the sneaky thoughts that quietly trip people up at work and in life. We are going to call them the 10 self-sabotaging lies that destroy career progress. That sounds harsh, but it is kinder to call them lies rather than truths, because lies can be challenged and replaced.
Yes, David, and we will keep it breezy, practical, and focused on what you can do this week. No heavy theory. We will run through each lie, share a short story or two, and finish every section with tiny experiments the audience can try. We will also shout out some useful dates to put in your diary because small scheduled actions beat vague intentions.
Brilliant. Right, friends, settle in with a cuppa and let us begin.
Section, Lie 1. I am not good enough.
This one is the classic. The quiet voice that whispers, other people are naturally better, and if you try, you will only expose your flaws. It shows up as holding back in meetings, not applying for roles, or adding a million caveats when you present your work.
I have heard people say, I will put my hand up when I'm perfect. Then the years roll by, David. The truth is, nobody feels endlessly good enough. Even senior folks have wobble moments.
Exactly. Confidence is not a certificate you receive before you act. It is a byproduct of action. Think of it like a bank balance you top up through reps. You do the thing, you survive, and your self-trust grows. A little like how athletes build strength, one session at a time.
Let us offer a simple antidote. First, collect concrete evidence. Start a wins list, one line per day, what you did that made a difference no matter how small. Shipped a script, unblocked a teammate, tidied a test suite, got a thank you from a user. After a month, you have 30 receipts to argue against that lie.
Second, adopt the phrase, good enough to start. There's a big gap between sloppy and perfect. Good enough to start gets the ball rolling, invites feedback, and creates momentum. Use it when you feel frozen.
Third, share your draft early with someone you trust. Ask one question. What is one thing I can improve now? Keep it specific to avoid a flood of opinions.
Tiny experiment for the week. Choose one task you have delayed because you felt not ready. Commit to a 90-minute sprint to produce the first awkward version. Then book a 10-minute review with a colleague by Friday. That's it.
Bonus diary note. The first Monday of each month, put a recurring calendar item called Wins Review. Use it to scan your list, update your portfolio, and refresh your CV. You will thank yourself when opportunities pop up.
On to the next.
Section, Lie 3. I will do it later.
Procrastination in a suit. The lie sounds reasonable because later always feels calmer in your imagination. But later has terrible working conditions. It's already packed with other laters.
We pretend future us will be rested, motivated, and free. Poor future us. The truth is, timing rarely improves on its own. The trick is to reduce friction right now.
Practical moves. Turn a vague task into the smallest visible next step. Not write proposal, but open a new document, paste the template title, and write 3 bullet points. Amount of resistance drops dramatically when the first bite is microscopic.
Another one I love, use a timer. 15 minutes. Tell yourself you're allowed to stop when the timer ends. Most people keep going once they start, but giving permission to stop removes the inner strop.
Schedule start time rather than finish time. Put a slot called Start Proposal Tuesday at 10, 15 minutes. Protect it like a meeting with yourself. If you miss it, move it. Don't delete it.
Tiny experiment. Choose one important but slippery task. Book 2 15-minute starts for this week. When the time comes, open the file and write one messy paragraph, then close. Momentum beats perfection.
Millstone date suggestion. Use the last Friday of the month for a do-it-later sweep. Block 1 hour to clear small actions you've parked. It stops build-up and gives a clean runway.
We see you nodding. Right, next one. Section, Lie 4. I am too old or I am too young.
This lie is like a hall of mirrors. If you're early in your career, you fear not being taken seriously. If you have years of experience, you fear being locked out of new tech or fresh roles. The truth is, skills don't check your passport.
There are advantages at both ends. Younger you might have more time to experiment and less baggage. Older you brings pattern recognition, stakeholder savvy, and grit. Blend them. Curiosity plus experience is a superpower.
Action steps. Choose one new skill you can demo within 4 weeks. Something small but visible. A dashboard, an automation script, a test harness, a short talk to your team. Make it real and ship it.
Reverse mentor. Pair up with someone at a different stage. Swap value. You share your stakeholder map and how to navigate red tape. They show you a new framework or tool and how the community thinks.
Language matters. Swap "I am too old" or "I am too young" for "I am early" or "I am seasoned." Early means hungry and learning. Seasoned means calm under pressure and good at trade-offs.
Tiny experiment. Send one message this week to invite a skill swap coffee. State what you can share and what you want to learn. Make it light, half hour, and keep a note of what you learn.
Helpful dates. If you're in the UK, the new tax year starts on the 6th of April. It's a lovely mental reset for development goals as well. Plan one learning goal for each quarter, then celebrate mini graduations on the first week of July, October, and January.
Love that. Section Lie 5. I am not a natural.
This lie says, unless it flows effortlessly, you are not meant to do it. That is romance, not reality. Most skills look natural after hundreds of ugly reps. The violinist you admire had screechy years. The presenter you admire practiced in front of a wall until the plant got bored.
Let us normalize the awkward stage. Learning is supposed to feel clunky. If it feels clunky, you are not broken, you are learning. There is a simple trick to reduce the pain. Narrow the scope and increase the frequency. 10 short sessions beat one giant session, especially with motor or presentation skills.
Pick one micro skill. For example, if public speaking scares you, practice clear openings. Record yourself saying the first 30 seconds for 5 different topics. Do that twice a week for a month. You will be amazed at the improvement.
Another angle. Notice where you already are a natural and borrow the process. If you are great at debugging, it is because you use a loop. Observe, hypothesize, test, learn. Apply that loop to writing or leadership. Translate your strengths.
Tiny experiment. Choose one scary skill. Write your 5 wins ramp in a notebook. Book 2 hours spread across this week. At the end of the second session, write a 1-paragraph log of what you understood and what is still fuzzy.
Date idea. The second Saturday of the month can be your lab day. Pick a cafe or a quiet library. 2 hours, headphones, and an experiment. Treat it as a hobby, not a test.
Good fun.
Section. Lie 7. It is not my fault.
This lie is sneaky because sometimes you truly did not cause the mess. Systems are messy, briefs are unclear, and other humans have their own storms. The trouble is, staying in blame mode keeps you powerless. Ownership is not about guilt, it is about influence.
A simple reframe. Even if this wasn't my fault, what part of the situation is within my control? Maybe it's the clarity of the next brief, the checklist you create, or the pre-mortem you run before the next launch.
I like the after-action review. 3 questions. What went well? What did not? What we will change next time? No drama, just learning. If you capture this in a 2-page doc and share it, you quietly become the adult in the room.
When you talk to stakeholders, replace blame with facts and plans. Instead of, they never sent requirements, say, the requirements arrived on Wednesday, we had 36 hours to build, and we missed the edge case for refunds. For next sprint, we will collect examples earlier and run a 5-minute scenario test.
Tiny experiment. Pick one recent hiccup. Write your 5 wins ramp in a notebook. Book 2 hours spread across this week. At the end of the second session, write a 1-paragraph log of what you understood and what is still fuzzy.
Date idea. The second Saturday of the month can be your lab day. Pick a cafe or a quiet library. 2 hours, headphones, and an experiment. Treat it as a hobby, not a test.
Good fun.
Section. Lie 8. I do not need help.
This lie sneaky because sometimes you truly did not cause the mess. Systems are messy, briefs are unclear, and other humans have their own storms. The trouble is, staying in blame mode keeps you powerless. Ownership is not about guilt, it is about influence.
A simple reframe. Even if this wasn't my fault, what part of the situation is within my control? Maybe it's the clarity of the next brief, the checklist you create, or the pre-mortem you run before the next launch.
I like the after-action review. 3 questions. What went well? What did not? What we will change next time? No drama, just learning. If you capture this in a 2-page doc and share it, you quietly become the adult in the room.
When you talk to stakeholders, replace blame with facts and plans. Instead of, they never sent requirements, say, the requirements arrived on Wednesday, we had 36 hours to build, and we missed the edge case for refunds. For next sprint, we will collect examples earlier and run a 5-minute scenario test.
Tiny experiment. Pick one recent hiccup. Write your 5 wins ramp in a notebook. Book 2 hours spread across this week. At the end of the second session, write a 1-paragraph log of what you understood and what is still fuzzy.
Date idea. The second Saturday of the month can be your lab day. Pick a cafe or a quiet library. 2 hours, headphones, and an experiment. Treat it as a hobby, not a test.
Solid.
Section. Lie 9. I am too busy.
Busyness has become a badge. We flash a packed calendar as proof of importance. But there is a difference between busy and useful. You can be extremely busy and move nowhere.
I like a simple test. If everything is urgent, nothing is strategic. Real strategy means saying no to good things to make space for great things. Even a small slice of thinking time can transform your week.
Practical steps. Do a meeting diet. For 1 fortnight, decline or shorten anything without a clear purpose and owner. Replace hour blocks with 45 minutes to create breathing room. Put buffers between meetings to capture actions, otherwise you carry mental tabs all day.
Create a not-to-do list. Write 5 things that waste your energy and stick it by your screen. For me, it's doom scrolling, fiddling with slide colors, and saying yes to things that aren't mine. When one appears, I smile and move on.
Use themed days. For example, Tuesdays are build days, minimal meetings. Thursdays are review and collaborate days. Even if your job is reactive, small themes reduce context switching.
Tiny experiment. Tomorrow morning, list the 3 moves that would make the biggest difference this week. Put them in the calendar before anything else, then treat the rest as flexible.
Milestone ideas. Choose 1 week each quarter as a light calendar week. Fewer meetings, more building. Announce it early to your team. It quickly becomes a healthy norm.
Great. Nearly there. Section. Lie 10. I am not a leader.
This lie keeps so many people on the bench. It imagines leaders as people with badges, big titles, or crowds behind them. Real leadership is a behavior. You see a gap, you step in with care, and you help others move forward.
Leadership shows up in tiny ways. You write a clear summary after a meeting. You create a checklist so the next person doesn't trip. You welcome a new teammate and show them the ropes. None of that requires permission.
If you want to grow here, practice 3 muscles: clarity, calm, and care. Clarity means you make complex things legible. Calm means you are steady when others wobble. Care means you notice humans and make it safe to speak.
A quick starter kit. Begin each meeting with a 1-minute purpose and shape. End with next steps, owners, and dates. Keep a decision log in a shared doc. Celebrate small wins out loud. And ask people by name for their view, especially the quiet ones.
Tiny experiment. For your next gathering, volunteer to run the last 5 minutes. Summarize decisions, capture actions, and ask if anything is unclear. People will think you are magic.
Diary tip. On the first Wednesday of the month, do a 5-minute people check. Who needs a thank you, a nudge, or a listening ear? Send 2 quick notes. That is leadership too.
We have covered the 10 lies. Let us stitch it together into an action plan.
Section. A simple 7-day reset plan.
Day 1. Make your wins list document and write 3 lines from the past week. That tackles the "I am not good enough" voice.
Day 2. Pick one later task and run a 15-minute start. Celebrate the start, not the finish.
Day 3. Map your time for 24 hours, then choose one thing to drop next week to create a development block.
Day 4. Invite a skill swap coffee with someone at a different career stage. Offer what you can give, ask for one thing to learn.
Day 5. Design your 5 wins ramp for one scary skill. Book 2 hours across the following week to make progress.
Day 6. Write a 1-page after-action review for a recent hiccup. Share it with one person you trust.
Day 7. Ask for 10 minutes of help before starting a tricky task. Send a thank you after.
If you do those 7 small moves, you will feel different by next weekend. Not because the world changed, but because you showed yourself you can move.
Lovely. Now let us give people practical scripts they can copy.
Section. Words you can borrow this week.
When you feel not good enough, whisper, "good enough to start," then take the smallest first bite.
When later calls you, say, "I will give it 15 minutes now." Timer on. Then see how you feel.
When you think there is no time, say, It is not a priority this week. If that hurts, shuffle 2 blocks to make it a priority.
When age worries arise, say, I'm seasoned and curious, or I am early and hungry. Then design a 4-week showcase project.
When you feel not a natural, remind yourself clunky is normal during learning. Schedule 2 short reps.
When the new thing scares you, write the 5 wins ramp and do win 1 today.
When blame spins, write the 3-question review and pick one change you control.
When you hesitate to ask for help, message, can I borrow 10 minutes to avoid silly mistakes? I will come prepared. That line works wonders.
When busyness floods the day, choose your 3 most important moves and put them in the diary first.
When leadership feels far away, run the last 5 minutes of a meeting. Summaries and actions make you the adult in the room.
Good scripts.
Section, micro stories to make it real.
A friend once spent months saying they were not ready to present to the wider team. We did a small experiment. They scheduled a 5-minute lightning talk on a Friday. Title, One Thing I Broke and How I Fixed It. 5 minutes only. It went so well that people asked for more. That is the power of good enough to start.
Another pal kept parking a certification because later would be calmer. We set a recurring 15-minute slot. Mornings, 3 days a week. In 6 weeks, they were ready and passed. The workload never got lighter, they just created a small lane through it.
A colleague swore they could not learn a new data tool. We built a 5 wins ramp. By the end of month 1, they had a small dashboard running and were teaching the rest of us the shortcuts. The myth dissolved through action.
A team I worked with used to have messy debriefs where everyone defended their corner. We switched to the 3-question review. Facts only, no names, blame evaporated, and improvement stuck.
And on leadership, I watched a quiet engineer start to run the last 5 minutes of stand-up. Actions were clear, blockers were spotted, morale rose. 6 months later, they were the natural choice for tech lead.
These are ordinary people doing tiny moves. No secret club, no magic wand. Just short reps, shared often.
Right. Let us give people calendars and checklists.
Section, your month-by-month rhythm.
Week 1 rhythm. Do the monthly wins review, update your portfolio, and pick one learning target for the month.
Week 2 rhythm. Ask for one 10-minute sanity check from your advisory circle. Offer one piece of help to someone else.
Week 3 rhythm. Host one tiny demo or write a short note to your team about something you learned. Teach to cement.
Week 4 rhythm. Do the do it later sweep. Clear parked tasks or close them clearly.
Quarterly rhythm. Run a light calendar week. Trim commitments, refresh your goals, and plan a showcase project.
Annual rhythm. If you're in the UK, the tax year turns on the 6th of April. Use early April to plan your learning budget, books and courses for the year. Tie your development goals to that clean slate. If you run self-assessment, remember late January is the online filing deadline. Put a reminder in November to get your paperwork sorted so January is calm.
We promised useful dates. Here are a few gentle ones to consider.
Section, dates to pencil into your diary.
First Monday each month, wins review and portfolio update.
Last Friday each month, do it later sweep.
Second Saturday each month, lab day for experiments.
First Wednesday each month, people check and 2 thank you notes.
First week of each quarter, plan your tiny showcase project and message your advisory circle with a 1-paragraph focus update.
6th of April each year, for UK listeners, new tax year start. Good moment to set development budgets and refresh long-term plans.
And if you love seasonal resets, the 1st of September and the 1st of January make brilliant fresh starts. Book your next 30-day habit sprint on one of those.
Speaking of sprints, let us give the audience a simple 30-day career momentum challenge.
Section, the 30-day career momentum challenge.
Rule 1. One tiny action per day, 5 to 10 minutes. Record it in a simple grid.
Rule 2. Alternate between build and connect. Build days, create something, even small. Connect days, ask for help, thank someone, or share a note.
Rule 3. Every 7th day is review and reset. You look at your grid, circle what worked, and drop what did not.
Suggested sequence for the first week. Day 1, write 3 wins. Day 2, 15-minute start on a lingering task. Day 3, send a skill swap invitation. Day 4, build a micro feature or draft. Day 5, ask for a 10-minute review. Day 6, write a 2-paragraph summary of what you learned. Day 7, rest and plan the next 7.
Repeat that pattern for 4 weeks with different tasks. By the end of 30 days, you will have 4 small artifacts, several allies, and a clearer sense of your strengths.
And if you want a scoreboard, give yourself 1 point per day you show up. Do not chase streaks, chase consistency. 20 points in 30 days is a win.
Beautiful. Now, quick lightning round to counter the lies. One-liners you can repeat.
Section, lightning round, mantras.
I am not good enough.
Becomes I am good enough to start.
I will do it later becomes I will do a 5-minute first bite now.
I do not have enough time. Becomes I will make a 20-minute block for development.
I am too old or too young becomes I am seasoned and curious, or I am early and hungry.
I am not a natural. Becomes clunky is normal, reps will smooth it.
I cannot learn that becomes I can design a 5-wins WINP.
It is not my fault. Becomes I will own the next step.
I do not need help becomes I will ask for 10 minutes to avoid silly mistakes.
I am too busy. Becomes I will choose my 3 most important moves.
I am not a leader becomes I will run the last 5 minutes and bring clarity.
Stick those on a sticky note by your screen.
Section, Q&A style prompts you can use with yourself.
Morning priming questions. What are my 3 most important moves today? Who can help me make them faster? What can I drop?
Midday reset question. What is the smallest next step I can take in the next 5 minutes?
Evening reflection questions. What did I learn today? Who did I help? What will I try tomorrow?
Weekly review questions. Where did I create value? Where did I waste time? What one change would make next week smoother?
Project start questions. What does success look like? What are the top 3 risks? Who needs to be in the loop early?
Project finish questions. What surprised us? What will we do differently next time? Who deserves thanks?
If you use those questions, your career becomes a series of small experiments with rapid feedback. That is how progress feels from the inside.
Section, how to keep your energy steady.
Tiny habits keep the engine running. Protect sleep like a project. Book movement into your calendar. Keep a water bottle on the desk. Eat like you have to think this afternoon, not like it is a weekend fairground. None of these are grand, but they stop the spiral that amplifies the lies.
Add one more. Reduce digital noise. Turn off non-essential notifications, batch your messages, and use Do Not Disturb windows. Cognitive space is precious. Free space equals better choices.
And give yourself permission to be human. You will have off days. The goal is not to be a machine. The goal is to restart quickly with kindness.
Section, conversation prompts for your team.
If you lead a team or simply want to make meetings kinder and sharper, try these. Begin with a quick round, 1 win, 1 learning, 1 blocker. Keep it to 1 sentence each. It builds a habit of noticing progress.
Halfway through, ask, what can we stop doing? That invites subtraction. Many teams only add work. Smart teams remove friction.
End with, what will we test before next time? And who owns it? Experiments keep momentum.
When something goes wrong, use the 3-question review we mentioned. Capture it in a shared doc so the learning stays.
And once a month, run a tiny lightning demo session. 5 minutes each. Show a small thing you shipped. It warms the room and spreads good practice.
Section, career conversations with your manager.
Schedule 1 chat per quarter. Bring your wins list, your learning plan, and 1 idea that would make the team faster. Ask for 1 stretch opportunity for the next quarter. Managers love clear asks with a plan.
If you feel stuck, frame it as, here is what I have tried. Here is the outcome. Here is my proposal for a next step. That is the opposite of helpless.
And if promotion is on your mind, map the gap. What are the 2 or 3 behaviors of the next level? Collect examples that match and design opportunities to demonstrate the ones you lack. Quietly do the job before you get the job.
Section, what to do when motivation dips.
Motivation dips for everyone. Treat it like weather. You do not argue with rain, you get a brawly. In work terms, shrink the task, change the setting, add a friend, or add a timer. And remember, motivation often follows action, not the other way around.
If the dip lasts, check the basics: sleep, stress, and social connection. Then talk to someone you trust. A 5-minute honest chat can break the spell.
Section, gentle reminder about money planning dates.
We promised helpful dates without predictions. If you set savings or trading budgets, do a mini review at the end of each quarter. For UK friends, the 6th of April is a tidy reset for budgets and goals. Put a reminder in late February to plan for that. If you self-assess tax, avoid the January scramble by setting a reminder in early November to complete paperwork. Light touch planning removes stress so you can focus on growth.
Nicely said.
Section, bringing it all together.
The pattern through every lie is the same. Shrink the step, make it visible, schedule it, and share it with someone. Progress is boring in the best way. A handful of small rituals, and you feel different within weeks.
We picked out 10 reframes, lots of tiny experiments, and a simple rhythm for weeks, months, quarters, and the year. Pick one thing from each section, not all of them. Tweak to fit your life and keep it human.
Before we wrap, if you try any of this, drop a comment with your favorite tiny win. The comment helps someone else believe they can do it too. And one more quick pep talk for the road.
Section: the 1-minute encouragement.
Listen, friend, you don't need a brand new personality to progress. You just need a handful of small, repeatable moves. The 10 lies we explored are clever, but they're not you. You're the person who shows up for the next tiny step. That's enough.
Write one thing you will do in the next 15 minutes. Then do it. That's the whole game.
We're proud of you for sticking with us. You're building the kind of career that's sturdy and kind.
We're at the end, so let's wrap up properly. Drop your comments below and subscribe to our channel. David and Monica are personas we use to make our content more engaging and relatable. We're not affiliated with any organization or product mentioned. Our discussions are just for inspiration and entertainment, not professional advice. Always think for yourself, take what works for you, and make your own decisions. See you next time.
See you next time.